Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 7 of the Kolskor Marble Championship. Today we have returned to Bathtub Endurance for Event 4 of the B Division. In this event, as we saw last time, with the A Division marbles, 4 marbles at a time will roll down into this course and try to stay rolling as long as they can, attempting not to fall into that drain in the middle. It is quite a simple idea, but it can get quite hectic with all the collisions happening as the marbles roll around the bathtub. Currently, Frostbite is 17 points ahead of second place. So see how the standings go after this event. First heat, Crystal, Dynamite, Lavender, and Wisp. Down they come. And I was looking for good finishes to try and get out of that relegation zone. Frostbite and Dynamite managing to dodge the drain. Lavender, they take a bad hit. Dynamite's rolling around there as well. Lavender, they try to stay up, and that's going to be a close ending. But I do believe it was Lavender and Wisp that fell in first. Going to take another look at it. Dynamite, they were getting quite close to the drain. Lavender there tried to hold around the edge of the drain, but Wisp bumped them and then just fell in before Dynamite, eliminating them. So Dynamite and Crystal move on. Next up, Strigidae, Hive, Panthera, and Sky. Down they come into the bathtub. Rolling around the drain. Panthera, they take a hit and fall into the bathtub. Drain, Hive takes a collision there. Strigidae managing to hold, but then falls in. Haven't got a bit of focus around that, but Hive and Sky will manage to move on. Let's take another look at this. I believe it was Sky or maybe Strigidae who knocked Panthera in there. It was Strigidae. Nice move there from them. Hive and Sky both had a bad line here, but you can see they managed to survive, and Strigidae could not. Despite getting a pretty solid time, they are eliminated. Sky and Hive move on. Heat 3. Circus, Turtle, Frostbite, and Caramel. Down they come into the bathtub. Rolling around, a lot of collisions here. Frostbite taking a lot of those hits. Another one. Circus knocks them in, and Turtle will follow them inside the drain, meaning it is Circus and Caramel who move on there. Nicely done by those two marbles to stay rolling for that long, but Frostbite, they seem to take quite a bit of a beating there. First from Circus, another one from Turtle, 2 from Turtle, and then the last glancing hit from Circus knocked them up the wall and into the drain. And then it was Turtle there, who did not have the speed and fell into the drain. Circus and Caramel are the ones moving on. And final heat here, Dragonfly, Orc, Pallet, and Mess. Down they come into the bathtub for this final heat, maybe trying to stay away from each other. Big collision there with Mess and Dragonfly. And then Dragonfly collides with Orc, and both of them fall into the drain. Very nicely done there by Mess with that collision on Dragonfly. Take another look at it. Massive collision there. Sends Dragonfly towards Orc, who collides. They both fall into the drain. Pallet and Mess will move on nicely. Looking at the standings from 9th through 16th. It is Strigidae there with a fairly nice 12-second time, getting the 9th place spot, followed by Wisp, Lavender, Turtle, Orc, Dragonfly, Frostbite, and then Panthera down there in last with only a 5.374 second time. But now the semi-finals. First up, it's Sky, Crystal, Pallet, and Caramel. Down they come. Rolling around the bathtub. It's going to be quite bunched up here. Sky and Crystal, they fall in immediately. I am not sure what happened there with them. They just bunched up together and pretty much handed Caramel and Pallet a free ticket to the final. Take another look at it. Sky and Crystal bunching up, Pallet and Caramel staying away from each other, and then they seem to get in each other's way. Sky and Crystal eliminated each other. Pallet and Caramel will move on to the final. And second semi-final, we have Circus, Dynamite, Hive, and Mess. Down they come into the bathtub, rolling around, trying to maybe stay away from each other. Big collision there. Hive sends Dynamite into the drain, and Mess follows behind. And those two marbles will be eliminated. Hive and Circus seem to be just showing off here, those two yellow marbles, at their ability to stay rolling. Very nicely done there by Hive on Dynamite. We'll take another look at that. Dynamite seemed to try and make a move backwards, but got blocked by Hive. And then Mess seemed to just have a bad line, fell into the drain on their own. Hive and Circus move on to the final with Pallet and Caramel. 5th through 8th, the standings were Mess with the 5th place spot, followed by Dynamite, Sky, and then Crystal there in 8th place. But looking to the final, it is Caramel, Pallet, Hive, and Circus fighting for the gold in Bathtub Endurance. Down they come, rolling around the bathtub. Collision there between some of those marbles. Hive has a bad line, they fall in. Circus manages to dodge the drain for now. Caramel drops in there. Circus will drop in. And then Pallet manages to win Bathtub Endurance, the 4th event of the B Division. Hive, they seem to just have a bad line there. Caramel seemed to run out of steam after having an early collision, I believe, and then it was Circus Pallets just managing to survive and take the gold medal in this event. That is their 2nd gold medal of the B Division. Very nicely done there from them. Circus and Caramel both getting nice times. Well-deserved silver and bronze medal for those two. That does conclude Bathtub Endurance for the B Division. Frostbite's lead has come down quite significantly. Only 4 points now ahead of Pallet there in 2nd. Circus also making their way up into 3rd with that very nice silver medal. Meanwhile, in the relegation zone, it is Orc, Mess, Wisp, and Turtle down there. Those marbles have got to do something to make it out of there before the end of the B Division here. But next event, we will be returning to the A Division with Downhill Push, so I will see you then.